God bless you guys. This is Bible Wise Money. My name is Carlos.
And I'm Alicia.
And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about financial vision planning. Come inside the episode. I'm going to tell you all about it. Guys, we are here. Before we start, I would just ask if you get any value out of this content, if you can subscribe and also hit the thumbs up button down below, we would greatly appreciate it. We've been leading up to today's episode, and what we want to talk about specifically is financial vision planning. And if you've been following us to this point in the previous episodes, we express the fact that we are teaching biblical principles on financial management. And the way we're illustrating it is specifically by mounting a challenge to turn $100 into $10,000 over 10 months, selling physical products on e-commerce. With that as a backdrop, I want to start by sharing two scriptures with you. The first one comes from Proverbs chapter 29 and verse number 18. And it says, where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. Some versions say where there is no vision, the people perish. I like this version better. What it really talks about is that when an individual does not have a vision or a very clear goal on where they're going, that they do whatever is right in their own eyes. The second scripture comes out of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse number 2. And it says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And the amazing part of this scripture is that it says we are to write the vision down so that not only can somebody read it, but once they read it, they can run with it or they can actually put it into action. It has been said, and I think it's profound, that a vision that is not in writing is nothing more than a wish. And so what we really want to communicate to you, that when it comes to personal finances, wishes are not enough. It's not enough that you see things that you desire. It's not enough that you see your current condition and you want to change it. You need to be able to take actionable steps that get you from where you're at to where you desire to be. In this cartoon that you see on the screen, there's two professors and they're at a blackboard, and you notice on the left side of the board there's a financial equation, and on the right side of the board there's another financial equation, and then right in the center initially there's a blank. But what the one professor says to the other is, I think you should be more explicit here in step 2. And that second step says, then a miracle occurs. And oftentimes, especially for folks of faith, we find ourselves in that condition. I find it to be very common where an individual sees on the left side their current financial condition. They see on the right side where they desire to be, and that might be they desire to be debt-free, or they desire to buy a house or a car, or whatever the financial goals are. But in the center, in the absence of action, they said they're looking for a miracle. And oftentimes, especially we of the faith, we're good for believing for a miracle. We're good for praying for a miracle. We're good for fasting for a miracle. And we're not always good for taking action and putting actual steps to our faith in terms of what is needed. So what we are doing here today, financial vision planning, hopefully will fill in that circle for you. So that you can say, you know where you're at, you know where you desire to go, and now you're going to be in a position, once this video is over, to establish your own financial vision plan. So you'll notice that in back of us there is a financial board, and we're going to talk about this in just a second. But before we do this, I want my wife Alicia just to share a testimony that she has specifically about vision planning for her business.
So in 2017, I was at the end of a leadership class, and one of the exercises, the final exercise for all of the students there, was to actually write out a plan for your ministry or your business. And there was a one year plan, a 5-year plan, and a 9-year plan. And I had zero intentions of following through with my plan. And everything dried up. God literally shook everything off, and the only thing that remained was my business. So I had no choice but to work on my plan, which I did over the summer. I started to put into place different ways of advertising, just advertising on social media, mail blasts, email blasts, anything that I put down on that paper, I did, and with no money. And what happened, in 10 months, I did double my student base, and that was one of my goals, to double my student base. Another goal was to have a concert, and we had a sold out concert. So all that to say, I wrote the vision down, made it plain. I followed the plan that I set out for myself, for the business actually, and it worked out exactly the way I wrote it down. And it wasn't anything that I did, it was just me following the plan that God gave me. So it is important for us to write those visions down. It is important because we have something to follow. And as we follow the plan, the vision that God has given us, step by step, you'll see how God works in all those things.
So that's just a testimony about the power of vision planning, about saying I see something and that's going to be a goal for me. This is going to be the North Star that I set, and I'm going to try and work very, very hard not to take my eyes off the goal, although there may be distractions that may pull you. They may threaten to pull you off. You may be tempted to stop. You may become discouraged. So with all that saying, let's take a closer look at the vision board. Okay, guys, this is a closer look at the financial vision board for our 10-month challenge to take $100, turn it into $10,000 for our dream Hawaii vacation. As we had indicated previously, we invite you to create your own vision board for your own plans, whatever those might be. Let me go a little bit closer to explain some of what you're looking at. You'll see here on the left-hand side, there are actually some elements related specifically to YouTube. And you'll see Genesis 2:2, I will bless you and you will be a blessing. And also there's a quote there, one of my favorites from Albert Einstein, strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Below that, you'll see the YouTube production schedule. You notice I have space there for 80 slots. So part of the 10-month challenge will be to also produce, to chronicle the journey. And it'll probably take about 80 videos over the course of the next 10 months, or 10 months in total. So that's 2 videos a week. You'll notice front and center on this financial vision board, it says, do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. That's Zechariah 4:10. You'll notice right below that some very specific goals. Over here, there are specific financial goals. I want to just point out real quick, there it is, 10 months. We would need sales of $19,064 at an average selling price, which is the ASP of $21, in order to sell 908 products. Now you might be asking, I thought it was a $10,000 challenge. Why does this say you need $19,000 in sales? We need $19,000 in sales because we have to pay fees to eBay, and we need to pay postage, and we need to be able to give from our proceeds as well. So when all is said and done, $19,000 is going to be $10,000 by the time we do all of that. You'll notice there's also an important section right here, which is milestone celebrations. One of the things that's key to really staying on target so that we don't grow weary is that we celebrate our successes month by month. And these successes might be something as simple as watching a movie at home or going out to a nice dinner. It's important to celebrate your successes. Don't wait until month 10 to celebrate, because you may grow weary and you may not make it to month 10. You'll notice here some representations for eBay, for Amazon, and there it is, the $100 bill pointing upwards. Let's go to a $10,000 bill. I do not even know if a $10,000 bill really exists, and that's certainly not a real one. Trust me, I don't have those laying around in my pocket. So that is the first side of the financial vision board. It's the more analytic side. It's the part that I like. It tends to be very, very specific. I didn't want to be vague. When you set goals for a financial vision, you don't want to be vague. You want to be very specific. And we're going to constantly come back to this to monitor it, to make changes if necessary. And of course, it serves as a reminder to us as well as a motivation. I'm going to let Alicia now speak to this other creative, wonderful side of the financial vision board.
I asked the children and my husband, I said, what do we want to do when we go to Hawaii? And some of the responses were, I want to go scuba diving. I want to go to the Pearl Harbor Museum. I want to go to a luau. I want to go to the beach. I want to learn how to surf. I want to hula. I want to watch the sunset. I want to see the mountains. I want to see the flowers. And so from everyone's response, I look for fun, colorful photos to basically keep us dreaming about our vision. Just keep it in the forefront of our minds, to see a visual of what we will have once we achieve our goal, and we can buy our tickets and we can go to Hawaii and enjoy all of the things that we talked about as a family. So when you're creating your vision board, make sure you make it fun and colorful. Use pictures, use words, and something that makes you feel joyful and motivated each and every day.
So that was a financial vision board. There's two important elements that I want to also mention. This is a financial vision board for a specific financial goal, which is part of our larger family goals, which is part of our bigger life goals. So what you're seeing in back of us, this is not our life aspirations. This is something that's very, very small in the bigger scheme of things. So when you think about vision boards, you're probably going to have to start with some life goals. What do you desire for your life? For us, when we started the visioning process, it was a statement that was pretty much, I think what we agreed on was our desire as a husband and wife team is to fulfill every purpose that God has called us to. Mm-hmm. And within that overarching goal, there were goals specifically for our marriage. Which would require a vision board like this. Mm-hmm. There are goals specifically for our family, the children, grandchildren, when they come, which would require a vision board like this. Within that, there were, and ministry, which would require a vision board like this. Within the family, there were specific elements related to financially, what our goals are. And one of the elements, so for example, financial goals could include remaining debt-free. In our case, it's going to be to buy another house, a bigger house. It's about retirement planning and how exactly we're going to do that. It's about financing business opportunities. And so within that, there's the YouTube channel, there's the e-commerce business, and then specifically within that is the vision board that you've just seen. So it's about a vision board for that goal, which is part of bigger goals. And so I just want you to be aware of that, because when you really start visioning, you're gonna find that you need to create other vision boards for different goals in your life and different aspects of your life as well. Guys, this was the vision planning video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please remember to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. It would help us out so much. Also, at the end of the video, we do have some bloopers as always, because we are always making mistakes. Matter of fact, it's me. I'm always making mistakes. My wife never does. I'm always messing things up. Let me give you a sneak preview. The next 3 videos are going to be so exciting. I am just so excited about them. It's our sourcing videos where we are actually going to show you the products that we purchased. 3 videos, sourcing 1, sourcing 2, sourcing 3. We're going to go through it. My wife and I had a blast recording them. There's some good stuff in there. You don't want to miss those videos. And if you did not realize it at this point, I might as well be honest with you. We're shooting these videos out of order. So although this is video 5, we've already completed the next 3 videos. So you're going to look for those videos very quickly. We're probably going to release and publish this video and the next 3 videos probably within about the next week. So it's going to come at you quick, and then we're going to come back and we're going to look at a video about evaluation. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you inside the next video. God bless you.
God bless.
You're probably going to ultimately have to start, when you think about, my voice cracked, ultimately, going through puberty again. Stop laughing. See, now this is the blooper. Woo!